Ambassador Sikri, that message, when the Prime Minister speaks in multiple languages in the UAE, when those 3.5 million Indians who live and work in the United Arab Emirates, they're not from any one part of our country, they live in harmony. It sends out a message even to those who artificially try to create a north-south divide within our country. It's actually a befitting response to how hollow their claims are.
Absolutely right, because the Prime Minister's message is that India is for all, and he represents all of India, and he accepts everyone from every part of India as being equally worthy, equal to everybody else, no matter what religion, what community, what faith he follows. And this message is going out in every program that is being implemented in India, every welfare scheme, and in the message to the Indian diaspora that we all should be one. We shouldn't carry any differences. Any differences, small incidents can occur, but these should be dealt with just as they are. The bigger picture has to be one of unity, because the unity in our diversity is what is going to carry us forward. And to bring that message from the ancient civilization links of 4000 BC to the present, we have the agreement which India and UAE have signed on the India-Middle East Economic Corridor. So this is the 21st century message that we are carrying forward the ancient traditions. We have brought this temple which is reflecting the ancient traditions, but we are looking forward to the future in building a very professionally developed modern India Middle East Economic Corridor, and the intergovernmental framework for that has been agreed upon. So we see that in the future too, by basing ourselves on unity, on bringing together all parts of India, bringing together India and the UAE, we can work together for a very prosperous future in which we will carry forward this future in the indefinite time to come. There will be no curb on this, because I think the President of the UAE is also looking forward to a post-fossil fuels age, and he is planning for that, and he realizes the importance of bringing together all the peoples of India and UAE for our mutual benefit and success.
I'll come to that aspect of the IMEC in just a moment, because that's extremely, extremely significant. Perhaps, again, a civilizational game changer, as some described, for this region. But before that, Radhika ji, ये जो मंदिर बन रहा है, ये इसमें कहा यह जा रहा है, कई श्रद्धालु वहां बोल रहे थे कि अगर प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ना होते और अगर यूएई के राष्ट्रपति नहीं होते तो यह मंदिर नहीं बन पाता। अगर मोहम्मद बिन जायद अल नहयान की निजी मित्रता नहीं होती तो इतना भव्य मंदिर संभव नहीं हो पाता। क्या यह सत्य है?
देखिए, मंदिर संभव होता या नहीं वो तो मैं नहीं बता सकती, मगर मैं इतना जरूर कहना चाहूंगी कि हमारे जो प्रधानमंत्री है नरेंद्र मोदी और वहां के जो राजा हैं क्राउन प्रिंस शेख मोहम्मद बिन जायद अल नहयान, उनके जो संबंध है वो काफी गहरे हैं। वो एक दूसरे को भाई के तौर पे बोलते हैं। तो कहते हैं ना कि उनकी ये गाढ़ रिश्तों का परिणाम है कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने वहां पे प्रस्ताव रखा कि मंदिर की जरूरत है, और सामने जो राजा है वहां के, उन्होंने भी उस प्रस्ताव को स्वीकार किया। तो कहीं ना कहीं ये जश्न दोनों को मिलना चाहिए, उनकी उदारता को मिलना चाहिए, उनके विशाल हृदय को मिलना चाहिए कि एक मुस्लिम कंट्री ने एक हिंदू मंदिर बनाने के लिए ऐसी जगह दे दी
और ऐसा दिव्य भव्य मंदिर बनकर तैयार हुआ। इस मंदिर के निर्माण में के बारे में हमको बताइए कि कहां से इसका जो पत्थर आया, कहां इसे तराशा गया, कैसे इसे ले जाया गया, उसके बारे में हमारे दर्शकों को बताइए।
जी, मंदिर के अंदर जो व्हाइट मार्बल यूज किया गया है वो इटली से लाया गया है। इटली से वो मार्बल इंडिया ले जाया गया, वहां पे राजस्थान के अंदर वहां पे उसकी कार्विंग की गई। जो बाहरी पत्थर है, गुलाबी पत्थर, वो राजस्थान का ही पत्थर है, बलुआ पत्थर जिसे बोलते हैं। राजस्थान में ही उसको पिंडवाला में उसकी कार्विंग की गई। दोनों पत्थरों को फिर कंडला शिप के थ्रू यहाँ पे अबू धाबी में लाया गया। खास बात तो ये है कि पत्थर जिस कंटेनर में लाते थे तो वो लकड़ी के जो सामान थे, मतलब जो कंटेनर थे, तो मंदिर को तो वहां पे उनको यूज कर दिया गया। फिर वो जो बाकी कंटेनर रहते थे, उनकी जो लकड़ी रहती थी, उसको भी हमने वेस्ट नहीं कर दिया। वो लकड़ी में से भी वहां का जो फूड कोर्ट बना है, उसके जो बेंच है, टेबल है, उसमें उसको रीयूज कर दिया। तो कोई भी मटीरियल ऐसे वहां पे वेस्ट नहीं किया गया है।
And as we wait for the Prime Minister's address in just about moments from now, I also want to understand the significance of IMEC, the ancient civilizational route and the India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. Ambassador Sikri, that truly promises to be a game changer. Explain this intergovernmental agreement on the operationalization or working towards the operationalization of that IMEC, and is there a time frame for that, ma'am?
There is, I mean, they want to do it as soon as possible, but this intergovernmental framework that has been signed on yesterday is a real game changer, because it shows how specifically in what areas the Indian government and the UAE government will cooperate, what each side will do to make this a reality. For example, as one of the very important aspects that has been developed, another what was inaugurated virtually today was the Bharat Mart. Now, that is also part of IMEC, because in that Bharat Mart, that's a huge warehousing facility where, you know, all the MSMEs, the micro, small and medium entrepreneurs from India can store their goods in advance. They can take it to Europe from there. It's a place in the UAE, very central place. The port facilities will be there. They'll take it to Europe. They can take it to Africa. They can trade from any part of the world. So it's those kind of logistics arrangements have to be ensured to make the IMEC, the Indian Middle East Corridor, a reality, which will later on move to Europe and other parts. Then, in addition to these logistics infrastructure that you need the supply chain management. How will that happen? How will you facilitate that if a container comes from India or other facilities that you need to make seamless transportation a reality, whether it will stay in UAE, whether it will move on to some other place? All this can be done through computers. So everything that comes will be, the software will be developed, it will be flagged. All this needs a tremendous amount of high-tech cooperation between the two countries, and the framework for that has been agreed upon. So the supply chain services have been finalized, how this will happen, and it will cover all types of general cargo, bulk containers, liquid bulk. You know, there are different formalities, different supply chain necessities for each of these, and these will all be envisaged. So it's envisaging for the future what kind of linkages, trade linkages are going to be developed, what is the future of the linkages, what are the facilities they need at the Indian end and at the UAE end, and then from there it can carry on to other places, and of course you will have agreements with other places as well. It's a tremendously far-sighted, visionary agreement. And if you recall, this IMEC was announced at the G20 summit in India. So that really carries forward into the implementation levels already what was agreed upon at the G20 summit.